Well, my name is Kimbra Eberly, and I am the producer of Raw. And we've been in existence, I believe, since 2010. And today we're celebrating our 100th episode. That means 100 performances or bands. I want to thank everyone for tuning in and watching our show. It's an award-winning show 3 times. And I also want to thank the crew that has been with me since the duration. That's DeGiacomo, Eileen, Helene, Darlene at the front desk. That's Terry, that's Jamie. That's all the hosts that I've had, and Lorenzo Mamali, the new host, who's fabulous, and also our director, Kenny Graham. We couldn't do the show without any of them. And tonight we're having Grand Pepper of Reality, and Lorenzo will be here to interview them. And thank you, Community Media of Staten Island. It's Staten Island's only TV station. I'm so grateful to be a part of this whole facility, and on with the show.
La 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 la. Swinging on my pain again. It's unstable and lame, falling down. A stupid clown. Anxiety is rising to a new level now. Conditions of the day, I wish they'd go away. Why must I cry? Why do I cry? Why I cry when I could sing la 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 la. La 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 la. Pool of tears gets deeper here. Too tired to swim. Reaching out my hand. I fear I'll pull you in. Why must I cry? Why do I cry? I don't know. Why I cry when I could sing. Happy resolution. Time for inner revolution. Don't fight a smile today. No, no. Why must we cry? Why do we cry? Well, I don't know. I say why I cry when we could sing la 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 la. Oh la 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 la. Oh la 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 la.
Good evening and welcome to another edition of Raw Music Urban Sessions. We just heard from Grand Pepper of Reality, Cry and Sing. Thank you for joining us this evening. We've got a great interview with these fine gentlemen, these fine musicians, and we're going to have more music with them. But before we go anywhere else, let's take a moment to meet the members of Grand Pepper of Reality.
Thanks for having us, Lorenzo. I'm Jonas Manashewitz. I play drums and percussion.
I'm Doug Principato. I am a songwriter, guitarist, and singer.
I'm Fritz Sammy. They call me the F-Man because I live down by the F-Clef.
There you go. Well, they say those things about bass players, Fritz. You know what they do. But it's a pleasure to meet all three of you gentlemen, and that was a great opening number, Cry and Sing, which incidentally is the title track of your soon to be released in the new year, your third album actually,
Yes.
Cry and Sing. But before we talk about the album, I really would like to know the origins of the name Grand Pepper of Reality.
Ah, okay. Well, okay. So let's
It's
rewind.
a story tale.
It is
Yeah.
a story tale.
Well, that's
back
their
in
stories.
college.
That's great.
This is it. Wondrous stories. Back in college, I was taking Eastern philosophy, and okay, let's be straight, doing lots of acid. and in Eastern philosophy, when you learn about Zen, when you ask the Zen master, "What's the meaning of life?" he hits you with a stick. Whack. So it kept me thinking while I was tripping, like, when was my first pain in life? And I remembered vividly when I was 4, my father had a garden in Brooklyn, and it was hot peppers. And I took both hands, ran it up the entire plant, shoved them in my mouth, and then they rushed me to the hospital. So after remembering this experience of the pain, I pretty much self-proclaimed myself Grand Pepper of Reality, and my buddy Sean Bolivar, who's my brother, first songwriting partner, and with us many years ago, agreed and carried it on. Every band I've ever played with, it's been my nickname. So when I finally did a band of my own music without collaborating with many other people, basically writing myself, I had to call it Grand Pepper Reality. I had no choice. So.
My goodness, that is probably the most interesting band name origin story I've heard. And I've heard some interesting ones. I would never, a 4-year-old picking up a pepper plant in his father's garden and stuffing hot peppers into his face to the point where he needed hospitalization.
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting. Does that tie into the name of the new album, by the way?
Well,
Cry and Sing?
Well, I was definitely crying and not singing.
Maybe subliminally, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's just what from the song. It was blessed. I actually had a couple of dreams. A couple of songs on this album were dreams, and that was one of them. I woke up hearing the chant, la la la, the la la thing, and just the cry. Why should I cry when I could sing? Was the words that were flashing after my dream. I didn't have the melody yet, but I had that chant and that line. I woke up, and then it basically wrote itself around that. It was a gift.
So your sound is definitely rooted in the psychedelic sound that came of the end of the 60s.
Yes.
You've also described yourself, your band, as a bit of prog, a bit of folk, all under that psychedelic umbrella.
Definitely. And a little alternative, like 90s alternative rock too. It's just basically rock, but yes, psychedelic has always been the main term in any music I've done in any style, so yeah.
Okay, we're going to hear another example of it then right now. More music from Grand Pepper of Reality. This one is called Nature of Cycles.
My thoughts trace patterns of love, revealing the nature of my cycles. Round and round it gives a shove of toward pain and confusion. Lost in an ocean of music. Let go of things you can't control, of thoughts so tight and cold. Let go, your insides will glow, leaving everything you know. I'm not procrastinating, flowing with the river in excitement. climbing mountainsides bravely. Only I can save me. Confidence breaks free. Let go of things you can't control, of thoughts so tired and cold. Let go, your insides will glow, leaving everything you know. Over and over we flatten our shoulders from ramming and kneeling. Time to discover we love one another so light we'll be feeling.
Grand Pepper of Reality, a track off their forthcoming album, Cry and Sing. That was Nature of Cycles. So we were talking before the last number we just listened, we were talking about the origins of the band, the sound,
Yes.
the psychedelic sound. So I know you gentlemen have been together, you've known each other for many years, you and Jonas for a very long time. Even Fritz has been with you more than a decade, so certainly you guys have the chemistry down pat.
No, thank
I'm
you.
curious, so since you've been together for such a long time, when you're not working on Grand Pepper of Reality music, what kind of stuff do you guys listen to?
Oh,
Well, I'm from your school, Lorenzo. I listen to everything. I'll listen to Aphrodite's Child, and then I'll listen to Aretha Franklin, and then I'll listen to Stravinsky. It's it's all a melting pot. When I was a child, I had Stevie Wonder albums and Ohio Players, and the soundtrack from Jesus Christ Superstar, all kind of central.
big Broadway.
Yeah.
He was raised on Broadway.
So does anybody, was there anyone in terms of, since you're a drummer, was there any drummers that influenced you more than anyone else that you
Well,
built your
certainly
style
early
around?
on, certainly Ringo Starr, Ian Pace from Deep Purple, John Bonham from Led Zeppelin. I mean, it's really a very long list. Buddy Rich, my dad was a big swing and big band fan, and he turned me on to Gene Krupa and Buddy Rich, and then of course that led into people like Philly Joe Jones, and so it's a rich education.
So I'm going to focus out, since we did it with you, I'm going to focus on the rhythm section. So Fritz, same question. Who do you listen to when you're not working on the band music, and who you emulate your style after?
I like music I've never heard before. So I can't listen to the hits of the 80s or 90s. One of the best things about this band is that before and after rehearsal, Doug's got about 10 million albums, and he'll pull something off the shelf and say, "Oh, you got to hear this, you got to hear this." And it's like new sounds with John Schaefer every single day. So I like that a lot, and I like noises. I like sounds. Sitting out in the lobby, the radiator was doing this incredible jin 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 rhythm. Like when the washing machine starts going, when a power drill starts going. I just like sounds, noises in general. I find music everywhere.
So it's perfectly suited to be a rhythm section, the two of you.
100%.
Obviously, you hear those sounds, and it's truly, as I've said, they've said the greatest beats come from nature and from the man-made noises that we find around us all the time.
100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So how about you, Doug? So what do you listen to when
Well,
you're not?
that's that. Like he said, I have 10 billion records, but I listen to everything, and I get into certain things for a certain amount of time, get all their records, and then I move on to another artist, and then I go back.
But he'll like Richard Thompson. Hey, we got into Richard Thompson. He bought like 30 Richard Thompson records.
No, he's not joking. I mean, he actually turned me on to Richard, and I knew who he was, and I had like a couple of Fairport albums and all that, but his solo career, I wasn't diving in. This is like years ago. He turned me on, and the next week I bought like 30 albums, because I'm obsessed, and if I like something, I need to hear the artist's work. Like, I love to listen to an album like it's a movie. I'll sit it down and I really listen. Attentively? Yeah. Okay, yeah. So the coffee's kicking in. Paying attention to an album like it's a movie, that closely, and any style of music, really. Anything that's true music I like. It could be
wonderful,
someone playing a river in Africa. It could be someone, it could be any style of music, any type of music. I literally listen to anything that just I feel is true and it hits me. And people say, oh, you like everything. I'm like, no, I don't like everything. I like it. If it's executed with truth and it's played from that perspective, I will love it, no matter what it sounds like.
Well, then we have a perfect example by the next song that we're going to hear, you perform this evening. Bit of a change of style from the first two that we've heard. So I guess this meets the criteria, similar to what you gentlemen were just talking about, how you draw your influences from everywhere. So let's hear how those influences worked in this one. This is Let's Be Easy.
Climbing down a giant hill of doubt. Open my mind, I try to hear the sound, to find faith in what was lost. Heart holds tight while we pay the cost. Make it easy, we all can make it easy. Let's be easy, yeah. Make it easy, we all can make it easy. Let's be easy, yeah. Turn on the light, but the bulb is out. Trapped in the dark and screaming loud, to find peace and solitude. You know your heart holds tight, reaching out for you. Come on now, make it easy. We all can make it easy. Let's be easy, yeah. Make it easy. We all can make it easy. Let's be easy, yeah. It isn't easy to get the money. You could smell the roses but can't taste the honey. Pay now more than you take in. Change the cycle that keeps repeating, keeps repeating, and repeating and repeating. Sing along. Make it easy, we all could make it easy. Let's be easy, yeah. Make it easy, we all could make it easy. Let's be easy, yeah. I'll make it easy, we all could make it easy. Let's be easy, yeah. I'll make it easy, we all could make it easy. Let's be easy, yeah. Make it easy, we all could make it easy. Let's be easy, yeah. Make it easy, we all could make it easy. Let's be easy, yeah. easy, we all can make it easy. Let's be easy, yeah.
Let's Be Easy from Grand Pepper Reality from the album Cry and Sing, which is going to be released sometime in the new year in 2026. Doug, you wanted to talk about the single from the from the album?
Yes, it's going to be the first song we played tonight. Our first single will be called Cry and Sing, which is the title track, first song on side B. And then we're going to follow it up with Elephants Fly. And they both have amazing videos done by my brother Greg Principato and Jay Parisi, editor, and Willie Chu, all helped create actually the Elephants Fly video, which is stop action animation in a dollhouse, incredibly special effects. It's going to be incredible, very surreal. And Cry and Sing is more of a straight up performance type of video, but still very cool and has some cool special effects.
So I happened to see a few of the clips, or you posted them on the website and your social media.
Yes.
And it is pretty dazzling, visually dazzling.
Thank you.
It reminds me of some contemporary psychedelic artists.
Yes.
Lots of folks think that psychedelic music seemingly came and went with the 60s or the early 70s, but there are people like, and it strikes me immediately, comes to mind, bands like King Gizzard and the Wizard
One
Lizard
of my favorites.
immediately.
Yes.
And
Psychedelic Porn Crumpets. I'm going to see them on Saturday. They're
Very
also
much
from
so.
Australia.
Yeah,
A lot
and
of
they think-
Australia.
right. This
psychedelic.
album is a really represents all of your influences very, very well, I think.
Wow, thank you.
You have songs like the one we just heard, Let's Be Easy, and Elephants Fly, which we'll hear in a few moments, and then some of the more prog, folky, psychedelic stuff. So we're really touching on all the bases, the classics and the contemporary. And that's a conscious effort, I would imagine, on all of you gentlemen to come to make sure that you appealed not only to, because we're all of a certain age group here, obviously, but you can appeal to contemporary as well as the classic fans of this music.
Very
right?
much true. And you know, things always come full circle anyway. But really the thing was we took extra care in getting it to sound good. I mean, like as far as writing music, I never say, oh, I'm going to contrive because they're doing this, I want to do this. It has to come out naturally. And if I come out with a folk song, I'm going to write it. We went to Nashville, I wrote a country song. We haven't recorded it yet. But I mean, it's just, I don't write like that. We don't contrive. But when we're making the album, yes, it has to, the drums and bass have to be powerful. We have to have it come 3D off the record. So we took extra care and going to Dreamland Studio, ran by our friend Jerry Murata, who Jonas and I got to meet about 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
We went up to
And
Woodstock
we've
to see
become
him.
good friends with him, which
Yes.
is a real thrill.
And he runs Dreamland Studios. So when I was thinking about mixing the record, I could have done it at home because I recorded this in my attic at home, and we did it live. We played the basic tracks live. Also, you know, Shash was there, you know, doing the vocals, the backing vocals, arranging it with us as well. And then we went to mix it at Dreamland because I wanted to get a bigger sound and on half-inch tape. And with an API board with Ariel Shafir, who's a Grammy-winning engineer. He won a Grammy since
Shout
he
out
mixed.
to Ari.
Ariel Shafir is awesome. And then we went to Scott Hull, the great Scott Hull of Master Disc, who mastered the album to vinyl, direct mastering to vinyl from the master tape. So it is done and then pressed at Mobile Fidelity. So we really spent a lot of money in making sure it was an amazing sounding product. You know, as well.
Well, I think you accomplished everything you set out to accomplish.
thank you
It's
so
really
much.
a fantastic sounding
so
album.
much.
So please take your time. If you enjoyed what you've heard this evening, follow them on their social media pages, also on their website, which is
Grandpepper.com.
absolutely. And this album will be. You'll get the news of when this album will be available. I also wanted to point out that tonight here on this edition of Raw, we are celebrating our 100th episode of the program.
Yeah.
So
Big ups.
I want to depart from tradition, and I want to point out that offer congratulations to our extraordinary crew behind the cameras and in the control room, and our producer and director. Fantastic work, folks, and it's been a pleasure of mine to be part of it for just about 12 episodes now, but hopefully maybe next year I'll chart up a few more. It's been a pleasure being part of it. So thank you, gentlemen, for being here today. We really enjoyed having you here. We've got one more for you.
Thank you, Lorenzo.
One more little selfish promo for myself. Please seek me out on social media as well, and on my website at therockernyc.com, and listen to my program, The Rocker, on makerparkradio.nyc every other Saturday morning. Who knows, you might see these guys on there sometime in the future. So let's go out with this great song, also soon to be the second single from this forthcoming album. One more time, Grand Pepper Reality. This is Elephants Fly. Thanks for tuning in.